Hi guys, welcome to Leicester Fan TV, the WSL weekly show. I'll be joined by Natalie from All For United. She'll get her views on the weekend's results. We'll go for every single one, including Leicester's and Manchester United's. The points are coming, girls. Don't worry. The performances are getting even better now. We will get the points. I believe in you. Guys, as always, get involved in the comments. If you've watched Leicester City Women this season, tell me how better things have got. I know the results haven't been there, but I just feel performances have been even better. Guys, as always, smash a like, share, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV. If you're new watching tonight, it'd be a pleasure as always. If you're watching on playback, we are live 7 days a week, guys. We are live tonight, obviously, for the WSL weekly show. The away fan chat show with Adam Leventhal. Tomorrow, former Sky Sports presenter. Join me for that 7:30. I'll be talking to him. He's a big Watford fan. So we'll be getting all the gossip from the Watford camp. No Premier League prediction show on Thursday, but instead it'll be a watch along as Leicester take on Legia Warsaw in Europe. Can Leicester City make it through the group? Well, it remains to be seen. The pre-match show with Reedy, looking ahead to Watford. What do Leicester need to do to get a win in the Premier League? And what does Brendan Rodgers have to do right? Join Reedy on Friday for that. The watch along, obviously, will be on Sunday instead of Saturday. So no show on Saturday, I'm afraid. The aftermath show will be before that, though, at 10 o'clock with Jamie. So join Jamie for that. And then the watch along will be after that. Is Leicester take on Watford at the King Power Stadium on Sunday. Guys, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Snapchat, follow us wherever you can find us at Leicester Fan TV. Drop us a follow. Push that notification button on YouTube. It will tell us and tell you when we are live. Don't miss a show. Subscribe to us on YouTube as well if you're watching tonight. And guys, as always, let's get the show underway.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to WSL Weekly Show. Hope everyone's well. I'll be joined shortly by Natalie from All For United. We'll be talking all the WSL and going through the action. Let's get a few good evenings in first. Maz, how are you? Ross, evening, pal. Hello, Hayden. Hello, Fee. Hello, Jack. Where is your Leicester top, Jack? In the wardrobe. I've spent the last hour typing great. Yeah, if you followed the competition, you had to get your name stuck there for 2 minutes. If you did that correctly, you won yourself an away shirt. Fantastic. Congratulations to whoever the winner is on the Leicester Fan TV competition, which was on before tonight's show. Patricia, hello, how are you? Let's get tonight's guest in then. No other than Natalie. How are you, Nat?
I'm good, Jack. Good to be on again. I think I was on just at the start of the season, wasn't I? And now back again.
Yeah, what's changed then, Nat, since we last spoke to you on Leicester Fan TV with the Manchester United women, obviously the men as well?
Well, the men, they're still going ahead now, looking like they qualified for Champions League, so that's really good. I've got that scrolling on the bottom of my screen. But, that's good for the men. Ollie's obviously gone. Disappointing. I really liked Ollie. He was a big supporter of the women. His daughter played for our under-21 team. he was just a generally all-around nice guy. But obviously the guys didn't really play for him. You know, he got beat by Leicester, beat by Watford, you know, struggled against Wolves, beat by the team bottom of the Champions League group now. So, yeah, he just had to go. Obviously, the 2 big derby games lost. I was at that Liverpool game at Old Trafford. It was just wasn't good enough. So, yeah, he's gone. Let's talk of Pochettino coming in. I think that'll be a good appointment. But let's just see. I'm not confident that, you know, they'll do it quickly. He says he wants to come. Well, Sky Sports are saying he wants to come. And I think, I think if enough people are saying stuff like that, I mean, his press conference today, sort of, you know, I don't want to talk about it. You know, sort of hinting like he does want to come. So it's like, if you got a guy there who wants to come, decent guy, why don't you just sort it? You know, box it.
Yeah.
But it's not that simple. I know it's not that simple, but you know, I just want to see a bit of forward thinking, forward planning from the board, and that's not just the men's, that's the women's as well. You know, our managers come out at the weekend and said, the women's manager, you know, we need to investment, you need to build this squad. And, you know, I'm all for managers saying that, especially at Man United, because we've got so much money. They should be doing that, but your managers shouldn't having to be coming out and saying those things. They should be doing it. They should want to do it. They should want the women's and the men's team to be at the top of the league. And, you know, they have invested with the men's, I'm not going to say, and they've invested a bit with the women's, but we do still need that step up. I agree with him. You know, I think we need another quality striker in there, maybe a few more wingers, you know, and I think potentially if he does get that, the manager that we've got now, even though it's taken a while, there's a few bad results for United. But we are, I mean, who's last team to beat us? Well, Arsenal just then, but it was 6 games unbeaten before that, you know. We beat Man City in the cup. We're doing that cup game. I'm going to pay you guys soon in the cup. And, you know, we're looking like we're going through in that cup. That's good that we didn't go through last year. So I'm excited for what could be. But, you know, it's on the board. It's on the people higher up. You know, you've seen with the men's side, and it's not looking great there. And the women's managers coming out and saying the same things. You know, pressure's on them to actually step up, or for me, get out, you know, simple as invest or go. Don't waste everyone's time. There's a lot of fans of Man United who want to be successful.
Nat, who's to blame before we move on to the women? Let's talk quickly about the men. Who's to blame for Man United's performances? Surely it's not all down to Ollie. Surely it's down to the players that he's picking. I mean, the Cristiano Ronaldo move in the summer, I guess that didn't help either, did it, with the big ego that Cristiano's got? I mean, really, you could have stayed away with that transfer, couldn't you, in that summer, instead of signing him, let him go to Manchester City? Do you think that's made it worse for Ollie this season, do you believe?
Maybe, but what I would say is Sancho just scored, so that's good. He's on the score sheet now, yeah. But what I will say is, yes, maybe it's, you know, caused a bit of, you know, Ronaldo coming in has caused a bit of friction and stuff like that. And yeah, because I think we were doing well with Cavani, and then obviously Ronaldo's coming. But Ronaldo is so good, he has to come in. He has to do that. I think I want to see him come in, but I think it's helped. People might say it's hindered, but I think it's helped sort of Sancho. Yeah. He had a poor start, and he just scored now a wonder goal. So, you know, he just needed. I don't know what it is. Maybe, you know, he would have still scored this if Ollie was there. I don't know. I do think potentially it was the end of the road for Ollie. We needed change. We needed different people. You know, he was playing the same players over and over and over, and it just wasn't working. There's no point doing that. You know, Sancho's come in now, scored a goal, confidence. That's what he needs. I still think, you know, if you'd asked me, looking at it now, would I have gone for Ronaldo? I still would, because Ronaldo's Man United. You know, yeah. I was 12 years old when he came. I was 18 when he left. It is, you know, I couldn't, you know, not him going City. So, yeah, I'm happy that he came in. But, yeah, look at it, hindsight, maybe it would have been better without him. And he's sort of unsettled us. I can see why people say that. But for me, as a Man United fan, I'm saying always we got to sign Ronaldo. You can't not sign, like, he's the best player in the world and he just scored again. Sort of inevitable in the Champions League. But, yeah, players, they didn't perform. Now they're performing that he's gone. That's what players sort of do. We see it all the time. New manager comes in, even if it's just like this now, caretaker, they start to perform. It's not really good enough. But this is what we've had for ages, Jack. As soon as Giggs came in as interim under David Moyes and started to perform. This is the life of Premier League football. It's a bit spoiled, I think. It's not good enough.
Yeah. Nat, do you think since Fergie left, it come under so much pressure for whoever was going to take over next? And obviously them shoes were massive to fill, wasn't they? And I guess after Fergie left, you had to take that torch on, didn't you, and be very successful at Man United because they're a big enterprise, aren't they? A massive football club of Europe's elite. The owners, they don't really want to know, do they? Really, and Ed Woodward, he's supposed to have been going, but obviously now apparently he's staying for a bit to get this new manager in. What's it going to be like, Nat? Is it interim manager now, or do you reckon they'll go for Poch or Brendan now to sort it all out?
Poch looks like he wants to come. So yeah. I think you go for Poch now if it's there, if it's ready to go. If he wants to move, let's do it. I think that's what's going to happen. There was talk of interim, but if Poch is looking to come now, just get him in now. I can see why. I know you guys don't want Brendan to go, but I can see why he was linked. But at the same time, I don't think he's going to come. I think he had his time at Liverpool, even sort of Leicester. You guys you're doing well, but you won Champions League, and you were basically on the cusp of it, and it didn't happen. Yes, you did win the FA Cup, so that's that tick in his box, I suppose, over Poch. But for me, I don't think Brendan's going to happen. I think it's going to be Poch. But in terms of United, they put out this statement. They said it's Carrick's until we get an interim manager. So basically, you're just going to give it Carrick for 1 or 2 games, get another manager in until the end of the season, then get another manager. For me, that's biding your time. That's what they're looking to do. Just bide the time because they don't have a clue what they're doing.
Cheapest option.
Yeah. Trying to find the cheapest option. But if this Pochettino is like what we're reading, he's going to walk away and he's going to do this. He doesn't care. He just wants to manage Man United. For me, okay, let's do it. I think he'll be able to. Well, he's managing PSG. They're doing all right. They're probably going to win the league. Even if he does walk away, they'll probably still win the league. They want Zidane. That might lead to Mbappe staying if Zidane's there. Who knows? And obviously, that's what they want. They want Mbappe to stay. If Paris just let him go or let him go on the cheap, then I can see United just finishing it. And if he sort of pushes for it, they'll have to let him go. So, it works out well for him, like you say, cheap. If this guy puts it in and says, I want to leave, they don't have to pay nothing then, do they? If he takes the hit, that's what it's all about with Man United. Whichever way they can get money.
Yeah, it's crazy. Obviously, Zidane's been linked. Ten Hag, Luis Enrique, the Spain manager. None of them want the Man United job. They're happy where they are, aren't they? Zinedine Zidane, he's looking at the PSG job. If Pochettino leaves, I think with Man United, it's going to come under so much pressure, isn't it? There's a lot to take on at Man United with the players and stuff like that. It's not going to be an easy run. And Poch, he never won any trophies at Tottenham, did he? Apart from the Audi Cup. If you can count that as a trophy, then it pleases some Tottenham fans, doesn't it, Nat? Let's move on to the WSL show then, Nat. Leicester City, another defeat in the WSL. It's been a frustrating season. Watching Leicester this season, obviously believe that the girls can stay up this season and get them points. But I feel they're coming. We held Brighton 0-0 to like the 93rd minute, and then they scored that free kick. And then obviously this weekend, 82nd minute goal. We defended really well. We've been strengthening that defence, and the team's showing character and spirit and fight, and that's what we've been missing, I think. And they seem more confident in their abilities now, Nat. And when do you think the points are going to come for the Leicester City women, Nat, if they are going to get the points this season, and who against?
Well, for me, I think it's the Birmingham game. That's going to be the biggest game. That's a 6-pointer. Birmingham did get a point versus West Ham a couple of weeks ago. So that just puts them just slightly above you guys. But it seems like you guys are sort of doing better and they're sort of slowly getting worse. I don't understand why they sacked their manager. It made no sense for me. The guy had been in 5 months, and he actually was, you know, he wasn't at the bottom. He's got one of the he has got the smallest budget. You know, you'd look at the teams on paper, probably Birmingham should be bottom, you know, but they're not. And for them to sack him makes no sense to me. So that maybe put like a few players, make them upset and stuff, because nothing's really changed. The sacking managers, like, they can get better. I don't know what's going on there. It's a bit of a strange situation, but I would put it down that game. Whoever wins that game is going to get so much confidence. I know it's soon. I know that I saw it was at King Power again, so they're going to need all the support there. Definitely get, you know, big crowds there. I know Jess has scored her first goal against City. That was great. I was happy when she did that. So the goals are there. You just need to, like, sort of get the goals out. You know, if you get a goal maybe against Everton, because I feel like Everton are there to be get at, you know, go into a game 1-0 up, and then you can maybe, you know, you might concede, but at least you still get a point. And that's what sort of I think it is for you guys, more goals.
Do you think we're lacking them goals because of the formation that we play, Natalie? I mean, he obviously goes where 5 at the back, doesn't he, Jonathan Morgan? Do you feel if he changed the formation and went for a 2 up front instead of a 1 up front, do you reckon it'd give him that more power and that, and getting more goals, and that'd be better to his advantage, do you think?
Yeah, because I saw you guys at the start of the season. You did have a 2 up front. You had Natasha Flint and Jess. So I don't understand why I can understand why he's gone 5 at the back, because, you know, make it more defensive. You don't want to concede loads of goals. You know, no one wants to go in and lose 4-0 or 5-0. But, you know, games like, I'd go for it definitely against Birmingham, but even like Brighton and Everton, you know, that's where you can, you know, get at them a bit. And, you know, like you say, you were 0-0 for long periods of time. Go and get the goal. Go and change it for the better. Go and change it more attacking maybe. You know, if it's 80th minute, why aren't you guys attacking? Why is it them scoring the last minute winner?
Yeah. I mean, Jess, you know, I think she finds it difficult playing 1 up front. I mean, you guys at Man United never played that, did you? With her, you got that Jess's strengths is a 2 up front, isn't it, Nat? She scored plenty of goals for you guys. I mean, you're a massive fan of hers, aren't you? At Man United. What sort of character was she, Nat, at Manchester United, Jess Ligsworth?
You know, tenacious, never stopped running. We played like a 4-3-3 at times, but it was like 3 attackers. So the wingers were always, you know, driving forward. If Jess had run, there'd always be someone to put it onto. I mean, last year, Jess set up Tooney to make sure that we got the points at the end against Arsenal. And, you know, it's through her non-stop running, her tackling, you know, winning the ball up top. You know, we played Jess on the wing as well. You know, she could cut inside, get goals when people were crossing it, big headers. So, yeah, I think Jess, you know, that determination, that passion, that's what you'll get from her, definitely. But I just think, you need someone to support her, have people around her, have her laying it off to Flynn or, you know, Charlie. I know Charlie's not been playing much, but, you know, that's what I want to see. And maybe want to see, you know, Paige getting more time. Paige Bailey-Gill, I know she's called up for Jamaica and she was there and stuff. So that's what I want to see, because you've got a lot of attacking talent there. Shannon O'Brien scored like the other day. It's just about getting the best out of them. And I understand sort of going in first half defensive, but then second half you need to try and go for it, really. I know against, like, you know, City and Arsenal and Chelsea, maybe not, but Brighton, Everton, Reading, those are where you're going to get your points from. West Ham. I can see Dan saying something about my picture there. It's actually a boot signed by Jess, so that was our first season, so you can see, like, pictures of Jess in it, and it's like a bubble. I just wanted to answer that question. So it's her boot and then, like, pictures in the background.
Oh, that's great. Nat, the defence, we seem more stronger at the back now, obviously. Former Manchester United player Abby McManus. We've got Gemma Perfield, who's having a cracking season so far. She's very underrated, is Gemma Perfield. Some crosses, what she puts in are absolutely phenomenal. She works hard. I mean, Ashley Plumpton, again, a great performance. Sophie Howard. I mean, these girls are up for it every game, aren't they, Nat? And they're very working hard to get these performances, aren't they? And I think we're more stable at the back now than what we was coming into the season. I think it were nerves coming into a more bigger league. I think they've adapted well as a squad now, Leicester City, haven't they, in the WSL? They've got used to playing this style of football, and they're becoming more positive and more confident in the way they're going forward about things.
Yeah, you've gone from maybe conceding a lot of goals to not conceding as many. And, like you said, 1-0 defeats, last minute kind of things. So you've definitely sort of shored it up at the back, but don't let, you need to score the goals as well now. I think you will. Like you say, it's the confidence. The confidence has grown. You're looking better defensively. Like you said, Abby Mack started off well. Plumtree, good. So I think, like you said, the confidence is there now in defending. I know saw a lot of Leicester fans were upset when Kirsten Lavelle was out for a while.
Yes, 14 weeks.
So that's bad news because she was getting loads of plaudits and stuff.
Fantastic goalkeeper, very underrated as well.
Yeah, so they have got the confidence there in that defence. It's just, like you say, that goal, just get the goals now. Because I think, like, even Birmingham, they got sort of a headed goal. I know that Flinty has scored and Abby scored, Jess has scored, but, get the goal and get the point. Bang, no shame in, like, going Brighton away and, getting a 1-1 or something, but just go out there, attack it. And especially towards the end, last 10 minutes, you should be putting that pressure on. You should be pressing forward rather than the opposition thinking, we'll break them now in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. Demi Lambert obviously stepped in for the injured Kirsten Lavelle. And what a great save from Darley's shot in the first half. Now, I don't know if you've seen it. It was a very good save by Demi Lambert. I mean, Demi Lambert's got to step up now, hasn't she, Nat? Knowing our number one's injured. She's going to be very crucial, isn't she, in the fight to stay up, isn't she, Demi Lambert? Why Kirsten Lavelle's out. She's got to show why she wants to be number one at Leicester City Women.
Yeah, she does. I saw she made a good save against Everton. So, yeah, she... Yeah, I agree with Connor.
Massive game.
6-pointer, mate. 6-pointer. But yeah, I remember Demi, we played against her in the Championship. Even when you guys, our first season in WSL, we played against her. But to be fair to her, she did well versus Everton. People might think, when we played against her, we've scored like 11 past us. But she's past that now, and you can tell that training full-time and doing all that stuff, she's actually good. Probably training with Kirsty has like pushed her level maybe, and like you say, it's solid defensively. So, there's not like loads of shots at her, you get what I mean? And then when there is, she makes a big save. But it's just, like I said, it's just score the goals now. It's all right getting little ones here and there. You need to just proper build it up, get the goal, like you say, maybe put the 2 up top again. Especially in the last 10 minutes, it's 0-0. Go 2 up top. What's the worst? If you're going to lose, okay, but go 2 up top so maybe you guys win,
Yeah. Let's talk about Gemma Perfield then. I don't know if you've seen much of her this season, Natalie. I feel she's adapted very well at left back. I think she's very underrated in this league. She don't get the credit she deserves, Gemma Perfield. I mean, I've seen quite a lot of her this season. I just think she's been fantastic. She's very attacking, loves to fight for the ball, and she's very good left back in this division. I mean, teams are going to come for her, aren't they, Natalie? If, say, Leicester did go down this season.
Yeah, definitely. I can see that. I can see, a few of them girls, WSL players, they want to stay in the WSL. I'm guessing she'll be one of them. Like I said, Jess, WSL, Abby Mack, WSL, but like even the ones that were with you in the Championship last year, Paige, Bailey Gale, I'm guessing she would want to stay. Charlie, Plumtree, like I said, these girls will want to stay in the WSL. So, you're going to have to be looking at staying up. And like what Connor said in that comment, it's a big game for Leicester season, that game against Birmingham, because if you don't win it, then they, or if you get a point, then they've got 2 points and you're just scrapping around, you really do need to pick up the points. Where do you see it, Jack? What do you see? Why you've seen it more than me? Do you think it's the tactics? I don't know, because I think the players are good enough.
Yeah, I think from my perspective, I feel that sometimes the substitutions are later than what I expect them to be. I mean, I feel that on the Sunday game against Everton, I feel that he could have changed the formation, maybe brought Paige Bailey-Gale on and add that width. I mean, I feel that if we play 2 up front now, we'll get a more positive result out of it. I know we're dropping from a 5 at the back, but you've got to take risks, haven't you, in this division to get the points? You never know unless you try it. I think we've done well. We played fantastically well against Brighton. We were very unlucky. I said that to the girls after the game. Everton again, just that 1 goal. I mean, Chelsea, we took them to the 70-odd minute. I mean, who does that this season? I mean, Birmingham couldn't even do that without conceding 3 goals in half an hour. I mean, talking to other teams this season, that they've got so much praise for Leicester. They said you've got a team there who's fights for everything, does everything right. It's just you're missing the points, and we've been very unlucky this season to not get the points. I mean, Birmingham, they're getting battered every game. I mean, they're the sort of teams we need to go and pick up points. Birmingham, home and away. I mean, Everton, Reading, West Ham, Aston Villa. They're the games that we think, we can get points out of. And if you can get the results, then it'd be good for us. I feel that the points are coming for the girls. I've said it on numerous of times to them. You just got to keep working hard on that training pitch. Make sure you're doing everything right, and the points will come. And when they do, you've got to take it with both hands now. And hopefully we can see more goals and get them scrappy wins or take the games to teams, because this division isn't easy. We've got Arsenal in the league next. What are they? Top of the league, are the Arsenal at the minute? They're going to be very hard. And I mean, if we can get a point out of Arsenal, I'd be very happy with that if we can defend all game and then just get that point. Because no one's gone to Arsenal yet and actually got points like that. I mean, apart from Chelsea and that, who you'd expect to go and beat Arsenal. But teams like Leicester, they're going to think, we'll batter Leicester because it's Leicester, they're bottom of the league. But you never know on the day, do you? Now, anything can happen. It's like the Premier League. You're not guaranteed to win in any game of football. It's how you turn up on the day. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts then, Nat, on the former United players? How do you think they perform this season?
Well, Jess has got a goal. Like you say, Abby Mack has looked good. Abby Mack's been a captain a few times. So I think Charlie, I've not seen a lot of. I've seen, and then she's come, and I think she's injured now.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a bit more Charlie as a 10. She can create chances. She can do a lot of things. Maybe it's playing just off Jess. That's what you'll see the best.
Yeah.
Kind of a. I just want to touch back on what you said about the whole points are coming, and I do think that, and I think Leicester are a good team. You see it, the way they build up. But even when I went and saw you versus Villa in the first game, and you were all over them, you could have easily gone 2-0. But then when you went 1-1, and then you lost, and I think it's a confidence thing as well with you guys. I think you concede 1, and it's 2, it's 3. It's rather than concede 1 and bounce back. And I think that was a lot of where United were at as well, in that kind of same mentality, until we played City recently and we conceded 1, but then we fought back and then we won the game, And I think just recently, even a game that we've just played, we're 2-0 down. We missed the chance, but I think if we had got the chance, we would have gone on and, maybe got back and got a draw. And I think it's that kind of mentality you need to just, don't think it's over just because you can see the goal. Even in the 86th minute, you can concede a goal in the 86th minute. You can still go and score in the 91st minute, I know that that's how Birmingham got their point. They conceded late, but then they came back and got a point, and it was never say die kind of thing. And I think that's what there's a lot of young players there, And I feel like young players, if you are on a run of like losing as well, it'll get in your head then. And that's just what they need now. Forget it. You know, this break might be good for him. I know you're going in and paying Arsenal, but, you know, forget everything that's gone before now, because you're on a good run of performances. You know you can do it now. You know, it's about, this is what we're going to do. When we concede, this is how we react, you know, rather than, oh, we conceded, now it's over. No, we're going to do this differently. And I think that's, you guys need that, like, mentality. You need that thing. And I think, the United players, especially, you know, Jess been in WSL before, Abby Matt been in it even longer. You know, you need those experienced players stepping up for you and, you know, putting arm around the young ones, right, it's not over, keep going kind of thing. You know, definitely come.
Yeah, I think the international break gives Jonathan time to look at things, doesn't it, Natalie, over the season, where it's gone wrong for Leicester, what he can do to prevent the goals and stuff like that. I think it'll give him a chance to maybe get plan B in place if things do go wrong. I mean, the WSL is no easy league. It's been very difficult. I mean, Birmingham, obviously favourites at the start of this season. I mean, they could have gone down last season if it wasn't for the former Birmingham manager, the one who's gone to Aston Villa. She kept them up, didn't she, last season? I think it's about positive mental attitude, the belief, the going into games and think, you know what, we can do this despite whoever you're playing, you know. Leicester can give anyone a game. I mean, Chelsea, no one would have expected that. I mean, Chelsea wouldn't have expected that. They'd have been shocked. But, you know, you don't know what's round the corner. You know, I think the points are coming for the girls. If they can work hard and have that self-belief and not let results like this bring them down, I reckon we can go places and actually stay up this season. Now, let's move to the Arsenal game then. It wasn't a great result for you girls on Sunday. You guys kicked off first, didn't you, Nat? Losing 2-0. What went wrong, Nat, on Sunday then?
To be honest, I think it started really well. I think we played Chelsea and we've got battered by them. You know, like you said, no one expected you guys to go there and put up that draw. We've been battered. So I think we started off really positively, went in at half-time 0-0. And I think in the second half, I would have changed it a bit earlier. Maybe not as soon as like the goal went in, but after like 1 or 2, that's when I would have changed it. The first one went in, misplaced pass, someone couldn't get back quick enough, and Miedemar on the edge of the box, bang, scores. The second one was a penalty. It was a penalty, but it was soft as well. The ref was bad. Very bad in that game, throughout that game. Everyone in the stand was going mad. People were writing about it on Twitter. Journalists even saying it's not good enough standard. But I don't think that's the reason why we lost. I think we all know that the rest in the WSL need to be better. But, you know, I think I'm not overly upset over this result. Like I said, I think I said it about Leicester. We had a chance at 2 around the 60th, 70th minute. Staniforth just tipped the ball over, and it's just, this is what I was saying about, I don't know if anyone's ever seen my Twitter, but I talked to Mark Skinner and said, you need to do this, you need to use the whole pitch. And, you know, he listened, to be fair to him.
He did.
And I think that's what they're doing more of, Jack. They're making the pitch big, they're taking risks, but I think there's still that little thing with Man United where we're overplaying in the final third. Instead of just getting the ball and crossing it or getting it on the edge of the area and shooting, we're trying to play a ball through and it's not working. They need to, and I think this is us as well. We need a bit more confidence in ourselves because I think we're nearly there. We're very close. I think we can still get top 3. Top 3 is Champions League. I'm still with 3 points off third. We are sitting in 6th, but still 3 points off third. I think we can do it. That result, you know, won't define our season. I think we showed a good performance. We put it in, you know, but for one person giving a ball away, a penalty, and then maybe you go up the other end when Lucy Staniforth put Zellum through 1-on-1, you know, we get a different result. if she scores it. You know, Carrie Jones, 18, came on with about 15 minutes to go. First, you know, shot, the keeper saved it, made a good save. So there's things like that. Like, she could have scored. But I think you need to be happy that you're getting in those positions. So I think the last few games we've had, we weren't even making any chances. Whereas this now, we've made 2 chances, and, you know, we would have probably made more if we scored the first one. And I think it's just that confidence. But I think it's, you know, we played City in the Cup, and that really boosted us. I think we go away now. We come back, we've got Brighton. Well, we've got you guys in the Cup again, and then we got Brighton. And this is where we need to go. We need to bang, bang, bang. 3 points until, 3 points Brighton. Leicester, Brighton. I think we've got Everton in the Cup again, and then Villa. Get 3 points out of all those games, which we can easily do. And I know, you know, Leicester Fan TV was saying, come on and beat Leicester. But no, I think we can do it. We're playing at home. It's going to be at LSV. If anyone wants to come through, you know, do that. And then we'll get, you know, we'll be in an even better position in January. I agree with this, though. I do agree. He brought...
Too late. I think Jonathan does that as well. Brings on them too late. And then it's like Sunday against Everton, he brought on 1 sub. I mean, I'd have brought Paige on for pace to widen that sort of pitch, you know what I mean? So Everton have to, like, come out, you know what I mean? But, I mean, I'm sure we can add that to our game next game, obviously, against Arsenal and Birmingham coming up. We've obviously got you guys in the Cup. I think that's the next game, isn't it? One at the Lee Sports Village. We've got a tough run of games coming up now. But, you know, what's to say we're not going to get points out of them and actually get through in the Cup and get them points on the board, because I think that'll give them girls a massive boost. I mean, they beat Durham in the week in the Cup. That gives them massive belief. I mean, Shannon O'Brien scored and Molly Pike got her first Leicester City goal on that, I think it was Wednesday night. It's a difficult one, but I think the girls just need that massive boost, and when they get that, their confidence is going to be flying high. Who's been your player of the season, Nat? I mean, you're a massive fan of Ella Toon, aren't you? She's just signed a new contract for United. Who would you say, from a Man United perspective, would be your player of the season so far? Who stood out for you?
Probably Tooney, yeah. Probably Ella Toon. Different class, scoring goals for fun, assisting, goal and assist every game, near enough. You know, she's just a different level. I'm so glad that she's committed and she signed 2025. Her contract's until it's got a plus option or whatever, so it's basically 2026. For me, I think that shows a good level of commitment. You know, she's saying we're moving in the same direction. We all want Champions League, so you know, I'm happy that we're moving in that direction, that we tied down Ella Toon. I would like to see Jackie Groenen, Onabache, and who else? Alessia Russo tied down as well. But I think, you know, tying down Tooney, like I said, it's a big, you know, month coming up for us in December. But it's winnable games for United, and then, you know, we're in a different position. I'm confident though, you know, but I'd say Ella Toon has been really good. And then I'd say probably the signing of the season for United is Hannah Blundell, winger, done really well as well. So, you know, it's been a few good players for us. I'm happy with where it's going.
Yeah, I think for me, I can't just pick one. I mean, Molly Pike has been terrific in that midfield. Massive fan of Molly Pike, me. I think she's been great. She's been called up to England in the under-23s. So she's going places. Gemma Perfield has been cracking in defence. Ashley Plumpter. Sophie Howard, she's been great this season. Shannon O'Brien. So I don't think I can just pick one. I mean, I think there's been plenty of players who's been player of the season for me so far, from a Leicester perspective. Now, let's quickly look at the other results then at the weekend. Manchester City have got back to winning ways, beating Aston Villa 5-0. Chelsea battering a very poor Birmingham side 5-0. Frank Kirby and Samantha Kerr were the goals. Reading beating Brighton 2-0. Obviously, that pulls them away from that relegation scrap. West Ham getting a massive result over Spurs. What did you think to the weekend results then, Nat, these ones, looking at them?
Looking at them, I would have expected Spurs to win. I would have expected maybe Brighton to get points off Reading, you know. These guys are above us and I expected them to do well. But West Ham as well, in and around doing things. I mean, I know Carla Ward quite well as well from Aston Villa, and I went down to see her. It was early in the morning on Saturday. Mark Stanyard, they're a big Villa fan, so I went down to check out how they were doing, and they started off well. It was a 0-0, but it's like you said, isn't it? You guys kept it to 0-0 against Chelsea till 70th minute. But what Carla did say is that they went into it and they thought, oh, it's 0-0. Let's go and press onto them. Let's go and see if they can make any mistakes. So she brought a second striker on, but then that led to goals going in against. Yeah, she's taking it. You know, people are expecting them to lose anyway. But at least she had that, you know, she went for it. She wanted to change it. She brought on a striker. I mean, the striker that she brought on, they had a chance and, you know, she could have scored it at 2-0 down and it would have made it 2-1 and it could have been a different game. It's just these little, it's like with United, little fine moments, fine margins. And I think, you know, it's about the courage to go out and do it. And you know, you might sometimes lose it and it might not come off like what happened with Carla. But then sometimes you change it and you win it. And I think definitely against those, you know, like the Readings and the Villas and the Birmingham, that's where you guys need to do it. You need to be more, like you say, widen the pitch, bring Paige on, do it early. Because I think you can beat Everton and Brighton and, you know, West Ham, Spurs. You can beat them because I think, like you say, it's so competitive in and around. And if you just have that conviction to go for it, you can definitely do it. Yeah,
2 players. Obviously, player of the season for Daniel is Sam Tierney and Kirsten Lavelle. Yeah, Kirsten Lavelle, player of the season for me as well. Let's touch on Kirsten Lavelle, Nat. What a fantastic goalkeeper she is. Very underrated. Don't get the credit she deserves. She's one to watch this season. And I mean, the England manager surely should be keeping an eye on Kirsten Lavelle because I think she's incredible. The way she's saved most of the shots this season and some incredible saves, Nat. She's obviously one of the ones who's been player of the season for Leicester, and I totally agree. What do you think to Kirsten Lavelle, Nat?
Yeah, I think she's done good. I mean, like you said, that's someone that other WSL clubs might have their eye on. Sorry. She's played at Liverpool, Everton. I think she played at Liverpool. No, she's definitely played at Everton. I think she's called up for Scotland or something, or she called up for someone else. I don't know. I think she's changed her nationality, but I don't know fully which one it is that she's going to play for. But, you know, like you say, if she doesn't get a call up from them, England might call up. There's very good keepers though at England. Mary Eves is one of them, Hannah Hampton. But I think, she's done probably, I'd say, better than Sandy McCaver, who's the Everton keeper. So for me, why not call up Kirsten Lavelle if she is still available? You know, she's not been taken fully yet by any other club because not played any other nation because not played her. So why not play her? But I don't know whether the manager looks at it and thinks, well, she's conceding goals still. But like you say, she saved you. So if you don't watch it, you don't see it all. I feel like the England manager, though, that they sometimes can be accused of that, men and women, of just selecting the top players, you know, the Chelsea, the City, the United players, rather than maybe looking at the whole league a lot more.
Yeah, I think that's been England as a whole, hasn't it, Nat? They always look at the bigger clubs. You don't know they always go for players who's not really achieving it, the English clubs. I mean, it's always been like that, hasn't it? You call it favouritism or something like that. I mean, Kirsten Lavelle, I think she deserves a chance, but she's obviously injured, which I wish her a very speedy recovery. 14 weeks. She told me the other day she's out. She's going to be a massive miss. But I think, you know, she's a cracking goalkeeper and will come back even stronger when she does come back. Molly Pike and Sophie Howard good luck to both of you on international duty. Sophie's been called up to Scotland and Molly Park's been called up to England. Right then, Nat, thank you so much for joining me tonight, as always.
No worries.
Hopefully, we'll get you on for the men's game in the return fixture at Old Trafford.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for coming on, Natalie.
Thanks a lot, Jack, and keep going with your WSL show. It's great, mate. I love it.
No, take care, and maybe I'll see you at Lee Sports Village for the return fixture in the WSL.
Definitely, definitely. See you soon, mate.
See you in a bit, Nat. Bye. That was Natalie. Great guest as always. Go and check out Natalie's channel if you're a neutral at All For United Women. So, guys, we're going to wrap it up now. Coming up on Leicester Fan TV then for the rest of the week. Let's have a look, shall we? We've got the away fan chat show tomorrow with former Sky Sports presenter Adam Leventhal. He'll be joining me at 7:30 to give me the opposition view on Watford. The Premier League prediction show is not on this week. It will return next week. Tomorrow is Thursday is Legia Warsaw travelling to Leicester to take on Leicester at the King Power Stadium. So the boys will have the watch along on Thursday. For that, if you see us at the King Power Stadium, come and say hello to the boys outside the Blues Bar. Or at Peter's Pizzas, if you're there before the game, come and say hi. And come and have a chat and talk all things Leicester City and get your views in before and after the game. Pre-match show with Reedy, talking all things Leicester City. What needs to be put right on Sunday against Claudio Ranieri's Watford. The King returns to the King Power. The Premier League winning manager returns, the legend himself, Claudio Ranieri. The aftermath show on Sunday at 10 o'clock with Jamie. And then Leicester City take on Watford at the King Power Stadium on Sunday. 2 o'clock kickoff. So if you're not at the game, switch the watch along on and listen to the boys. Get your comments and views there. Hello, Grey Baby. How are you? Thank you to everybody who has watched tonight. You've been a great audience. Thank you for everybody who's watched. Really hope you've enjoyed the show. If you have, guys, always smash a like, share, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV. If you're watching on YouTube tonight, push that notification button if you're new to the channel. It will give you every time we are live. So do that. Follow us on all social medias at Leicester Fan TV on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, wherever you can find us at Leicester Fan TV. Drop us a follow. It'll give you all Leicester City content. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching tonight. Thank you to all the sponsors, ADT, Hollogram, Tiger, Pizzeria, Pukka Pies, Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, the Fox's Arms, Newby Co and Hope Against Cancer. Thank you to all the sponsors tonight for sponsoring Leicester Fan TV. Thank you, great, for watching always. And guys, thank you to you as well. Thank you so much for watching. This is Jack from Leicester Fan TV saying good night, and I will see you tomorrow night with the Away Fan Chat Show with guest Adam Leventhal. See you then, guys. Bye-bye for now.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.